Thank you. Hello. Today's talk about LibreOffice Writer. First, here is an introduction to our relationship. I am in the position of implementing LibreOffice in my organization, and he is the person who actually uses it in the field.
Hello, my name is Yuichi Kojima. Yuichi is oral same. One is you are number one. You got to remember that.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to talk about the migration to LibreOffice. First, what is the strongest logic in this world?
Huh? What is this?
We believe it is emotion. People act not by reason, but by what moves them. No matter how rationally explainable a problem may be, emotion is always the predominant criterion for judgment. Imagine that. The feeling you get when something you take pride in is suddenly dismissed as inefficient. That is a little frustrating, and you might want to say, "What do you know?" In fact, I experienced a similar failure as an implementer when I migrated to LibreOffice for my organization. What I lacked was the emotional attachment to the other party. The key is no logic, but so still positive emotions. And if you are going to migrate it to LibreOffice, it may be desirable to start with Writer. This is because Writer, unlike spreadsheet or presentation software, has a definite mannerism. In fact, it is possible that most users are unaware of this convention. In fact, the adoption of Writer is progressing in the organization I belong to. Therefore, by skillfully sharing the manner in which you create documents, you will discover the convenience of Writer, which in turn will have a certain effect on expanding the use of LibreOffice as a whole. I hope you will listen to this story and spread the word about how wonderful LibreOffice is, so that the people around they will not hate it.
Yes, I'm very expressive man in my hobbies. I usually make decisions based on my emotions and feelings. While that must seem a bit strange to some people, that's just who I am. He was someone on the receiving end of the LibreOffice implementation. I was looking at things from the opposite viewpoint. Let me share one answer we found after discussing our positions with each other.
So let's get right to the communication aspect. To implement LibreOffice within the organization, it is necessary to communicate with various people. We use a variety of methods to communicate. In particular, verbal communication is probably the most useful in communicating intentions. However, this should be done with caution. Here is one important point to note. It is to avoid triggering a defensive response. For example, if parents consistently tell their children to study, the children may look for reasons why they cannot do so. Consider this with the example of the LibreOffice deployment. Use LibreOffice because you need it to regain sovereignty over your information without being dependent on a vendor. The reason is that we need it to regain our information sovereignty without vendor dependence and at much lower cost.
Oh, you are scary.
The more you try to explain logically, and the more the other person tends to resist.
Furthermore, they justify themselves with convenient interpretations and invite others to sympathize with them.
In other words, it is counterproductive. So, how should we proceed with the migration to LibreOffice? First, I will focus on the following points. First point, creative ways to approach. Next point, choosing the right person. In the last, making it inconspicuous. I will explain each of these. Basically, let's make sure not to cause the other person any distress. The important thing is to give pleasure. It is important to make the other person feel good. What you can easily practice is not to deny the other person. And let's always check to ensure that our understandings are aligned.
This is so true. Our problem is not that we don't know how to use the tool, but rather that we can complete the task without any issues. There is no reason to be denied by such a young guy.
Uh, we are so convinced that what we recommended is good that we can easily become aggressive. But let's bear with it. The important thing is to consider the subject from the other party's perspective and concentrate on making them feel a sense of self-affirmation for what they have accomplished.
I was taken for a ride by him through this technique. They did not deny my skills or opinions, but continued to offer solutions regarding the objectives I wanted to accomplish. There were a few occasions when I was aware of LibreOffice there.
Choosing the right person. This is most important. If you choose the other order of the people incorrectly, it will become unmanageable. It may depend on the situation, but if you are going to reach out of the introduction, focusing on those who know nothing at all, newcomers, those who are not interested, and those who are very knowledgeable, might lead to good results. By the way, he is classified as someone who is completely uninformed and not interested.
It kind of frustrates me when people tell me straight out.
People who are completely uninformed for newcomers generally listen to my explanations openly. Uh, this is a segment of the population that should be actively intervening if they are to be supported. The uninterested are also important. It is sufficient to simply inform of the tools and procedures to be used. Further intervention may be painful. People who are very knowledgeable can to- potentially become powerful allies, depending on the situation. However, it is preferable to approach this when it is gradually becoming more widely used with the organization rather than as a top priority. On the other hand, we should not actively intervene with those who are reasonably knowledgeable and have been using the product in practice for many years. Communication is tough, because their account, uh, accumulated knowledge pool has become absolute to them, and making it inconspicuous. It is very important to make them aware. Our goal may be to migrate to LibreOffice, but there is not.
We feel the value of changing tools is to do something that will increase efficiency or to move to something that gives us a sense of security.
This is a case in Japan, a culture where group psychology tends to work. So people feel comfortable with what everyone else is using.
For example, a very familiar communication tool is Line. Even government agencies are using Line. The same is true for the iPhone.
Given this habit, Microsoft Office is used by everyone and branded and peace of mind.
So LibreOffice is treated as a foreign object, right?
So the focus should not be on tools. How we can remove the discomfort as a foreign body is important. By the way, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to.
What? Is that okay?
Okay. For many people, using the tools should not be the goal in the first place. It is more important how to use those tools to create great deliverables.
Yes, it doesn't matter to us if it's LibreOffice or not.
Using LibreOffice is not that much different from using Microsoft Office. There is no persistent solicitation like Microsoft Office, no collection of user data, and no charges for usage fees.
It's an important point for me personally.
From the perspective of those who run the organization, cost is an important factor.
It's also very relevant for personal use. I don't want to pay too much, and I don't like the idea of providing personal information.
I see. So far, we have discussed key points to facilitate the migration of the LibreOffice. The transition process is only possible with the cooperation of the other party. The key is to think in terms of the other party. I think that's all you need to think about. It's also important to understand the big picture of the organization. Let's set aside our passionate feelings for now.
Yes,
We hope this will be of some help to those who are considering introducing LibreOffice. And next, we'll discuss how to use LibreOffice Writer. First of all, there may be surprisingly few users who can efficiently use word processing software. But this is indeed an expedient fact. This is because it is better to convey how to create documents efficiently rather than teaching how to use LibreOffice Writer. In other words, the focus can be on the document creation method. This is very important. I believe that the difficulty in migrating from PowerPoint and Excel is due to this. There is no correct answer in PowerPoint or Excel. In a sense, the creator becomes the correct answer. The creator's strong ideas and architecture are not easily dismantled. However, in document creation, there are recommended methods of creation, even if they cannot be called the correct answer way. Moreover, this method of creation can be shared by anyone who knows how to use it.
you are right. I've just been typing sentences without thinking.
So in this article, I would like to explain the basic of structuring. Before, we get into the let's take a look at the interface.
This I want to do.
Okay.
To structure text in Rider, we utilize the styles feature. The style determines how information is handled between the user and the rider. Consider, for example, headlines. We can instantly understand which part is the headline when we look at the text. However, writer cannot determine textual information. All are recognized as text. So we need to tell the writer whether the text is a heading or a body. This is the role of style. Sorry if anyone likes Word. Word has a feature called styles, but it is not very useful. It is not an intuitive interface to apply. What is the reason for making text so big? I have concerns about the ribbon interface in Word. In general, most PC displays are horizontal. However, the ribbon interface takes up space vertically. This would overframe the content display area. In the case of Rider, it features a sidebar that effectively utilizes the side margins. Let's compare with Word. Writer utilizes this display area in the margins and has a sophisticated interface. We hope you have seen how streamlined the interface is. Writers' use of style and sidebars dramatically improves document creation. If you have a PC with LibreOffice installed, we hope you will give it a try. Next, let's look together at the basic of using LibreOffice Writer. Just a moment, please, just a moment. I use first create a new document. Sorry. Please look at this screen. Then, after typing DT, after press function 3 keys. This is a feature called canned text. DT, I believe, stands for dummy text. Next, to create a heading, break up the text. Please, just a moment. Separate. 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 Headlines and separate sentences. and that's where the style function comes in. In the paragraph, you want to apply it to type control. Oh, control 1. This is heading 1. This heading control plus 2. This is heading 2. Control 1. This heading control 2. Heading 2. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 1, heading 2. This can also be done from sidebar. First of all, this heading 2. This way, you can easily set up headings. This is very important. What's great is the ability to format headings and body text all at once. Here we change the text color of the headings. Right click, edit style. Click. When you do this, display shown here will appear with the font color displayed at the top line. This. From there will change the color. Let's make it red. Click on OK. Yes. Heading 2 color. Heading 2 font color is red. Do the same for heading 2, and you'll get this. This allows the entire structures document to be viewed in a tree view. Sorry. Even more. Sorry, even more amazing is a feature called Navigator. Navigator. In Japanese, trying change. This allows the entire structure document to be viewed in a tree view. Not only can you check, but you can also change the other of the items. In Japan,
Right click.
Navigator.
Right click.
In Japan, try and change the position of at the time he.
違う。ここ開いて開いて開いて。ここ開いて。でここ右クリック。
This click, right click, changing the for down. This sentence right down. Also new since LibreOffice 24.8, now we have quick search. Quick search. In the search bar, try searching for he is Japanese. Click. This is a so that all he has. Here, he has he. This is the best part of searching. The search can be performed while checking the context before and after the sentence. Uh, Now that you know the basics of how to use the writer, I'll tell you how we trained our beginners.
We held a workshop in our organization to implement LibreOffice. Here is one tool we have utilized. Here it is.
Wow, I miss it.
This is an audio file designed to train you on basic shortcuts in Writer. I distributed this to the staff and organization competition to see who could complete it the fastest in a time attack format.
I'll actually give it a try. The first with training. There is with training, look up for star. Star, move for the left position. I try. Control plus L, Control plus R. Star move to this position. Next, star move to center position. Control plus E. Center position moved. Third, this star moved left position. Control plus L. Move star left position.
Oh, great.
Thanks. Next, a shortcut for applying a style. As I mentioned earlier today, using shortcuts to apply styles to your writing can be very efficient.
This is difficult to do in Word.
Yes, Word requires several shortcuts to apply a style. Very inefficient. For example, heading 1 is Control 1. Heading 2, Control plus 2. Heading 3, Control 3. Or change heading.
Okay. The last part is a comprehensive exercise using actual document samples.
I forget about it the next day. Maybe you could try doing it as a routine at the start of your workday.
Perhaps some of you would like to use this file, but don't worry. You have all come understand style and structure today. I believe you are now able to create training files with ideas that incorporate even better arrangements.
Making programs is one way to practice.
So approach migration to LibreOffice Writer with a playful spirit. If users continue to have a good experience, they may also become interested in Calc and Impress.
We hope that you will enjoy using LibreOffice without too much difficulty. That's all. Thank you for your time and attention today.
Question, comment, or something like that. 日本語でもないな。
はい。
はい。
実際にその会社の中で導入するときにワークショップっていう形で、このファイルを使ってそのショートカットの練習とかをして、使ってましたね、このファイルを。はい。 公開してもいいかなと思ってますね。今ちょうど会社の方で自由にこう発信できるブログっていうのをシステムの方で作っていて、そこで今後もしかしたら公開する可能性があるかなっていうところで、はい、ありました。